YouTube like this. This is a bit of a new one for me. I'm here at the moment with my sheep. I've got a day off work. We're not open today. We have Wednesdays off at Unearthed. And as you can see behind me, look at that. You can see that sky. It's full of fog. Very, very foggy. You can hardly see out. Your visibility is down to about 50 yards. It's not so bad on this field in the high ground, but it's absolutely freezing. It must be about, I don't know, 3 degrees maybe. I'll go over to show you what I'm doing. If it lets me. Will it let me do it? No, yes it will. There we go. Right, so I'm here with the sheep. This is my flock of sheep. So a little bit different to what Unearthed is really, detecting wise. It's all about detecting and finds and digs, but there's another side to my life, and that's looking after these little beauties. Now, this is a little flock of sheep that we bought a few years back. And the reason why we bought it, we've lambed them, we've put a tup in the past. But we have them as pets now. It's like a pet sanctuary up here for these sheep because they have a good life. But as you can see, because it's winter, the grass is getting low. There's not a lot of nutrients in this grass. And it's also, how can I put it, a bit dismal, a bit wet. So what I do, I come up here at 7 o'clock every morning. There's Enid. All right, Enid. Now Enid will eat you out of house and home. She's a very hungry sheep. It's a very hungry ewe. And she will eat and eat and eat all day, just like that one there, Bear. And I feed them on sugar beet pellets in the morning and hay, and then they come down onto these pasture fields later on, and they'll just chew this grass up. As you can see, not a lot of nutrients in this grass, to be fair. Ruby's running away from me because she's not very tame. She's the flock leader. These ones are very tame. We'll see if we can get one over to us, shall we? Just gives you people a different perspective on what I do, I guess. Come here, Maggot. Maggot, you come in? Come on then, she'll come. Good girl. Good girl. Now she's very tame. She was bottle fed as a lamb, so she's very used to human activity and interaction. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. I've got one coming now here, as you can see. She doesn't like being left out, little Lizzie. But she's one of my favourites. I mean, they're all my favourites, but it's just something about little. We call her Maggot because she looked like a little maggot when she was born. That's Ruby. Ruby's the flock leader. She's thinking I've got apples or pears. She loves apples and pears. And then we've got other very tame sheep. We've got Squidge there. We've got Honey here. Honey's very tame. Honey might actually come if we're lucky enough. There we go. All right, Honey. Hello. Hello, Lizzie. Is it Lizzie? Yeah, I think so. Okay, Honey? Yeah, Honey was also bottle fed. Now, the reason why I'm down here with the sheep is just checking on them to make sure they're okay. Check on them every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day in amongst work. And I've just been showing people the old crotal bells, how crotal bells worked in the past. So these were hung round the sheep's necks in the days of old, centuries ago. And also, when the cord rotted, the bell fell into the ground. Centuries later, we come along with our metal detectors and we find these bells. So the reason why they had these bells around all the sheep and cattle in the past is purely so the shepherd could keep an eye on where his flock was. He could listen. He could hear that all day long. And of course, these cords rotted, and the bells fell into the ground, and then we find them. So very interesting. That's a crotal bell I found in East Anglia. Now East Anglia is full of these because I guess in centuries gone by, East Anglia was full of sheep farming, and these bells come at all different sizes. This is quite a small crotal bell, but they do the big rumbler bells, which are like 2 or 3 times bigger than that. Hi John O'Brien, hello. We've also got I think Rain's on there as well, ASMR as well. Hello to you both. Be fantastic if you could give us a thumbs up. That would be brilliant. I haven't got many watching, I don't think. And so these bells hung from the sheep basically, and I was showing people on a YouTube short earlier how these worked. It's not all about festive bells. These bells have been around for centuries. As you can see, that's got a pattern on. as you can see. So I'm going to put that in my pocket because my hands are a bit cold. I'm getting a bit old now, so I'm feeling the cold more and more every year. But yeah, so what these sheep will do today, they'll stay on this bottom pasture, as you can see. I'll just show you the rest of them. Where we at? There we go. They'll stay on this bottom pasture and they'll just chew away at this empty grass. I call it empty grass, and the reason why I call it that is because it hasn't got a lot of nutrients in it. I'm fine, Rain, yes, very good. I'm just going to cut a bit of wood this morning for the fire tonight, so I'm up here just messing about basically. Got a day off from the madness. And so yeah, there's not a lot of nutrients, and about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, these sheep will end up walking up to where I drive into the car park area of my land, and they'll stand there waiting for me to feed them. And I'll feed them a little bit of hay around about 4 o'clock, and then in the morning I'll feed them more hay and sugar beet pellets, and that just keeps them in good condition. But these animals are brilliant grazing creatures. I've just been over doing a live on Instagram, and I was just saying to people, sometimes they get limps and foot problems, and the reason why they get foot problems is because in the winter especially, they come into where the cover's died off. That's why I've got this fence here, and they'll eat all this foliage under here. But these blackthorns, as you can see, I don't know if anybody can see that, that blackthorn will go into the sheep's foot, and it'll get septic and it'll swell up and they'll limp for ages, and I'll end up having to bathe them, spray them. We use a spray called terramycin, which is like an antibiotic spray, which will get into the wound and help them. So sheep do suffer from foot problems. As you can see over here, she's got a little bit of a limp going on at the moment, but she'll be fine. But it's very damp underfoot, and sheep haven't got the best feet. God, in his, or whoever it was, the maker of the universe, didn't make sheep with very good feet. If he made them with good feet, what an awesome animal they'd be. As you can see, Honey has now got a head in this mineral bucket. Now the mineral bucket, oh no, it's Maggot. Sorry Maggot, I called you Honey. She's licking the minerals in there because that gives her a lot of vitamins and minerals just to keep her in prime condition. That's Honey and that's Maggie, or Maggot, and they're both very similar looking. They were bottle fed and very tame. So there you go, I've been on 7 minutes. Wow, I can waffle on. I don't know how many of you are watching this actually, I can't see on the screen, but if you can give us a like and thumbs up, it might just go out there to be a bit more interactive and give people an idea what these lives are about, because I've never ever been live on YouTube, ever. I've done live streams, but I've never been out in the field live, and I think if it works, we could actually do these lives on the digs, and we can show people finds directly live from the field. So if it actually works, how good would that be? How good would that be? Let's see if I can whip over to my boat race. Yeah, there I am. I've got my hat on, as you can see. It's absolutely freezing today, and you can see that cloud behind me. That's come right down, look where we are. That's come right down, and over here it's just full of mist and fog everywhere I'm looking. Where we at? That's all just mist now, right across the estuary. There's an estuary there and hills, you can't even see them. So it's a really grim winter's day today. But these sheep are hardy. They sleep out, they don't go inside. They sleep outside all day and all night, and they'll graze all day, and they just do such a good job at keeping all the grass down for me. I do mow it in the summer sometimes because the grass grows around the sheep. They can't keep up with it, but this time of year it's at a premium. So what will happen is, this year, probably the end of this month, I'll shut this field off and I won't open it up for about 90 days. I'll give that. Yeah, they are in good condition, John. Thanks for watching, I appreciate that. 90 days, they won't be allowed in here for about 90 days, 3 months growth, and I'll let them back in March. And then they'll have a little bit of great growth on there. Not a lot, there won't be a lot of nutrients in it. I'll still have to feed them hay. And there we go, folks. So there you go, my first live ever. I don't know how that went down. I don't even know how many people we've got watching, but I know there's John and there's Rain. Who else have we got? I can't remember if we've got any more people watching. But thanks for watching. It's a bit of an experiment. Sheep experiment. There you go, folks. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Oh, Lawrence is on. How are you, Lawrence? Just about to go and Lawrence popped up. Good to see you, mate. Bye for now, everyone.